people out there waiting to see her fail and still keeping her composure as a rookie and leading this team has been a beautiful thing to see.
June, she's been playing like a top 5 player in the league. She's been regularly dishing out double-digit assists in that time frame.
Caitlin Clark is dominating the league in both points and assists, but there's one statistic you won't find on any scoreboard: the number of bad calls going against her. At times, it feels like she's battling 2 opponents, the team across from her and the officials. Just how bad has it gotten?
Stay with me.
Picture this. The WNBA's newest superstar, Caitlin Clark, takes a clear elbow to the face. Sounds like an obvious call, right? Not this time. Instead of whistling the defender, the referees rule it as offensive interference on Clark. It's the basketball equivalent of blaming the wall after a car crashes into it. And that's just the beginning. Clark attacks the basket, fearless as ever, when suddenly, boom, an elbow snaps into her face. The contact is undeniable. Everyone in the arena sees it. You'd expect an easy foul call, maybe even something more. But this is where things spiral. Rather than penalizing the defender, the officials shock everyone by calling an offensive foul on Clark. Yes, you heard that right. She's essentially punished for getting hit in the face. Fans erupt. Players are stunned. Social media goes into overdrive. Everyone is asking the same question. What game are the referees watching? Watch the replay. There's no confusion. The elbow makes clear contact. Calling that an offensive foul is nearly impossible to justify. And it doesn't stop there. Later in the game, Clark takes another hard hit. Once again, the referees initially swallow their whistles. Only after review in the 4th quarter do they finally label it a flagrant foul. The inconsistency is baffling. What's even more troubling is that this isn't a one-time incident. It's becoming a pattern. Game after game, Clark is hit, grabbed, and shoved, often without a call. For a player leading the league and elevating the entire sport, the treatment raises serious questions about fairness and accountability.
Vicious assault. Boom, right there. Right there. And then she tried to act like, well, I'm going to help you up.
What makes it even worse is that Clark is often the one being called for the foul, and she hasn't stayed quiet about it. Is it really surprising that she's frustrated? From her perspective, it feels like the officials are actively standing in her way. She's pointed out the excessive contact she faces every game, contact that somehow results in shocking and unexpected calls against her. That elbow incident? It's only the tip of the iceberg. More and more, it's starting to look like the WNBA has a deeper, structural issue. There's a clear pattern forming. One of the league's biggest stars is being mishandled by officiating on a consistent basis. And if referees can't get the calls right for a generational talent like Caitlin Clark, it raises serious questions about how the rest of the league is being officiated. This situation puts the overall standard of officiating in women's basketball under the microscope. But here's the thing. Clark doesn't benefit from this controversy. Instead, it's exposing problems that have been quietly building for a long time. Fans, commentators, and even players are finally speaking up, demanding better, more consistent, and fair officiating across the board. Equality in how players are treated sounds ideal, but consider this. What happens when you're a star and suddenly a target? Caitlin Clark's situation highlights a dilemma the WNBA can't ignore. This goes far beyond one bad call or one game. The real issue is the pattern, the trend that has players, fans, and analysts all asking the same questions. Let's simplify it. Clark has been on the receiving end of multiple highly questionable calls this season. This isn't about the occasional missed whistle that happens to everyone. This is different. Almost every time she steps on the court, it feels like the officials are locked in on her. Clark plays with undeniable passion and intensity. She competes at a level few can match. But instead of celebrating that fire, she's being punished for it, hit with technical fouls simply for showing emotion.
Think about that.
It's as if the very spark that makes her special is being smothered. And now things get even stranger. Because of her rapid rise to superstardom, some are openly saying she has a target on her back. It sounds extreme, but when you look at the calls, it starts to make sense. Her success, rather than helping her grow, appears to be working against her.
Surrounding the foul heard around the world, the latest foul heard around the world from a WNBA player on to Caitlin Clark. And I'm sorry, but the more and more that I see this video, I mean, there's nothing about this that's not intentional. I don't give a damn.
At times, it feels like the referees are watching her under a microscope, especially with the cameras rolling. And things get even stranger when you consider the growing belief that Clark's fame may actually be working against her. Some think officials are calling her more harshly, almost as if they're trying to prove they're not favoring anyone. But in doing that, they risk swinging too far in the opposite direction. Now, to be clear, this isn't about claiming some massive conspiracy against Caitlin Clark. Still, it's hard to ignore that something isn't right. And at this point, it's bigger than just Clark. These moments are exposing deeper, systemic problems within the WNBA. Think about it. If this is how the league's top talent is being officiated, what does that say about how everyone else is being treated? It raises serious concerns about the overall quality and consistency of officiating. Are other players dealing with the same issues? Or are we only noticing now because Clark is constantly in the spotlight? Her visibility may be the very reason these flaws are finally being recognized. What makes this even more remarkable is that Clark never set out to expose any of this. She just wants to play basketball and help her team win. But these repeated, questionable calls have turned her into an accidental whistleblower, shining a light on problems that may have been buried for years. And honestly, that's the most powerful part of this story. Without even trying, Caitlin Clark is forcing uncomfortable conversations across the league. Fans are speaking up. Players are asking questions. Demands for fairer, more consistent officiating are growing louder. The entire WNBA is starting to pay attention, and Clark's impact is now stretching far beyond what she does on the court.
Well, I just want to continue to see her growth for us being a leader, right? We know that she could hoop. We know that she could score the ball. We know that she can.
Yes, Caitlin Clark is generating a lot of noise, but that's not even the most surprising part of the story. The real twist is this. All the controversy, all the scrutiny, is actually making her stronger. There's one critical factor behind Clark's success that keeps getting overlooked. Most people would assume that constant criticism and harsh officiating would wear her down mentally, that it would shake her confidence or affect her focus. But the opposite is happening. Instead of breaking her, the pressure is fueling her. The bad calls, the attention, the drama, none of it has rattled her. If anything, it's sharpening her edge and reinforcing the mindset that separates elite players from everyone else.
People out there waiting to see her fail and still keeping her composure as a rookie and leading this team has been a beautiful thing to see.
June, she's been playing like a top 5 player in the league. She's been regularly dishing out double-digit assists in that time frame.
This young woman shows remarkable courage. While everyone else is fixated on the referees, Caitlin Clark is locked in on one thing: winning. Picture this moment. Clark steps to the free throw line in a critical stretch of the game. The arena is still buzzing with anger after a blown call. Fans are furious. Tension is everywhere. But Clark? Completely composed. Her mindset is simple. I need to knock down these 2 free throws. Nothing else matters. That level of focus is powerful. And here's where it gets even more interesting. Clark isn't pretending the bad calls don't exist. She's using them. Every questionable whistle becomes fuel. Each moment of adversity pushes her to raise her game. At this point, she's not just competing against opposing teams, she's battling the system itself and still coming out on top. What's more, her presence is transforming the people around her. Clark's confidence and intensity energize her teammates. Instead of complaining to officials, her squad stays united, locked in, and disciplined. Compared to earlier in the season, they're playing smarter, more connected, and with far more urgency. And the fans? They're captivated. Clark is quickly becoming a hero, not just because of her skill, but because of her resilience. Young fans in the stands aren't just wearing her jersey. They're trying to mirror her toughness, her fire, her commitment. She's no longer known only for what she does on the court, but for what she represents: perseverance in the face of adversity. Now, let's talk about what this means for the WNBA. The league is being forced to adjust to Clark's new standard. Her ability to stay calm under pressure while delivering elite performances is setting a new benchmark. Remember the game against the Dallas Wings? Clark was sensational, pouring in 35 points, a career high, and breaking the rookie scoring record in the process. That wasn't just a great game. It was a statement.
Height that she had, the expectations she had to live up to, packing out arenas on a day-to-day basis.
To see Caitlin surrounded by the players that are already on the Indiana team, because, her vision is next level.
And she's doing all of this while battling some seriously questionable officiating. That's not just great basketball. That's excellence on another level. But make no mistake, Caitlin Clark isn't doing this alone. When she speaks to the media, she consistently shifts the spotlight to her teammates, giving credit where it's due. In a sports culture where superstars often buy into their own hype, Clark stands out as a true leader. Yet her impact goes even deeper. The real breakthrough isn't just how she plays, it's how she handles the pressure and scrutiny that come with her rise. Through her words and her actions, Clark has brought attention to deeper structural issues within the league, not limited to officiating alone. And as she grows into a genuine change agent, people are starting to listen. That's worth remembering. If she can perform at this level while carrying such intense attention, imagine what her future holds. And beyond that, think about what it means for women's basketball as a whole. Clark isn't just elevating her own game, she's pushing the entire sport forward.